Alright guys, hi, how are you guys doing? This is Wisdom Destiny again. So I'm here to summarize some of the actions I will see in the course of 3 days in the UEFA Champions League, talking about the games that were played in the UEFA Champions League. Now, there were some top matches that were played in the UEFA Champions League, you know, and I know. So Bayern Munich dispatched Chelsea by 3 goals to 1. Bayern Munich defeated Chelsea by 3 goals to 1 in the UEFA Champions League game, and Manchester City defeated SSA Napoli by 2 goals to nothing. Just 2 goals scored in the space of 15 minutes for Manchester City between Jeremy Doku and Erling Haaland. And Barcelona defeated Newcastle United. Brilliant performance from Marcus Rashford. Barcelona were able to get a 2-1 victory over Newcastle United. And then we have another game that was played as well in the UEFA Champions League. So many other games. PSG were 4-0 winners in their own game. And talking about Real Madrid, they won their game by 2 goals to 0 with Kylian Mbappe scoring 2 penalties in that particular one. And Atletico Madrid were beaten 3-2 by Liverpool, the late ninths. They left it late again. They defeated Atletico Madrid by 3 goals to 2. And Galatasaray were hammered by Eintracht Frankfurt. It ended 5 goals to 1 in that particular game. And Juventus played at a 4-all draw with Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund and Juventus played at a 4-4 draw. At the point, it seems like Dortmund has already run away with a 4-1 win, but Juventus have other ideas. That's the reason why they are joint top of the Serie A table with SSA Napoli right about now. And then the other games that were played across the UCL. Now, the game that caught my attention was Liverpool. Let me start from there. There are other games that caught my attention, but let me start from Liverpool. Liverpool scored first in that particular game. Yeah, they were leading 1-0. I think they scored through, was it Mo Salah that opened the scoring? Just kind of skipped my memory, but I scored first. Yeah, Liverpool scored first. They were leading 1-0 against Atletico Madrid. Before the man called Mohamed Salah doubled the lead, made it 2-0. Mo Salah made the scoreline 2-0. Then, after that, Atletico Madrid all of a sudden, in that's 45th plus 3rd minute, at the 45th plus 3 minutes of added on time, Marcos Llorente fought back like against the run of play because Liverpool were in total dominance. Yes, I can remember now. Andy Robertson hit some target first for the Reds, and the Robertson scored first before Mohamed Salah scored 3 minutes later. Then it took Atletico Madrid 45 plus 3 minutes of added on time to strike the target. That was the goal scored by Marcos Llorente to put them one behind. Now, Atletico Madrid equalized in the second half. Yeah, they equalized. They pegged back Liverpool to a 2-all draw. It is not the first time this is happening this season. In fact, it is the third time that this is happening in the season for Liverpool. Because you could remember very well against was it against Bournemouth? Liverpool were 2-0 up, and all of a sudden they were pegged back 2-2 before they managed to get a late 4-2 win. It was the same thing that happened against Newcastle. Liverpool were still 2-0 up, and all of a sudden they were pegged back to a 2-all draw, and they managed to get a late winner. Yeah, so this is the third time this is happening this season. They were 2-0 up, and Atletico Madrid pegged them back to a 2-all draw. And it took Virgil van Dijk some heroics to score, to lash onto a header following a cross from one of the Liverpool midfielders. So Virgil van Dijk lashed onto that header, and that was it. 3-2, 93 minutes. The late men continue to do what they know how to do best. Sorry, they continue to do what they know how to do best. Talking about Liverpool. Liverpool have now scored late winners in 5 consecutive games this season. Can you beat that? It started against Bournemouth. They have to depend on Federico Chiesa at the 9-minute strike to get to 3-2 lead before Salah finished up with a 94th minute goal to make it 4-2. That was against Bournemouth. Then against Newcastle, they have to depend on Henko Moore, the 16-year-old, the Liverpool ever youngest goal scoring midfielder, or the Liverpool youngest goal scoring footballer. They have to depend on him to score that 3-2 winner against Newcastle United. Then Dominic Szoboszlai have to score an 82-minute strike free kick. That was a brilliant free kick, I must tell you. From about 35 yards out to beat Arsenal 1-0. They have to depend on a penalty, a 94th-minute penalty, really, to beat Burnley by a goal to nil in the English Premier League. And now they have to depend again on a 93rd-minute header from Virgil van Dijk to seal up the victory against Atletico Madrid in the UEFA Champions League opener. That was, these guys are beginning to cook up something now. One thing is that just be afraid whenever you are playing Liverpool. And if you want to get good results, if you want to get a victory against this Anna Slot side who is ready to slaughter anybody, I think you should score 3 first-half goals. You should score first. Don't allow them hit you first. Score first and score like 3 first-half goals. And once you are there, once you do that, you are good to go. Away from Liverpool, Barcelona played against Newcastle United. So Barcelona against Newcastle United again ended 2-1 against Newcastle. Did you see Marcus Rashford play? Did he play well? Well, he tried, but he didn't really play well. But those goals he scored, wow, classic. Like this is the real Marcus Rashford. This is the real Marcus Rashford. Like he played to the best of his ability while on the process of scoring those goals. Lovely 2 goals, like the stunning goal. There was one he hit that went in off the post. I hit the underside of the bar on the top left-hand side and bounced into the back of the net. That was brilliance from Marcus Rashford. And then the second goal from him was a bang. Before Newcastle managed to get one back, it was 2-1. They fought hard, trying to equalize with the likes of Anthony Gordon, then Bourne missing chances and the rest of that. So, Newcastle United lost 2-1 to FC Barcelona. Marcus Rashford's performance was one performance that left many people wondering. You know, I told you in my last podcast, or in my last episode, that Manchester United has this syndrome that is following them. Players don't get to perform well at Manchester United, but once they leave, it's a banger. It's like boom, another banger. Once they leave, yeah. Now Lucas Rashford. You can see the works of a Mason Greenwood at Olympique Marseille last season. Yeah. So that's it. We also watched John Sancho, or the impact John Sancho made at Chelsea last season. Now, talking about Chelsea, the Blues were in action. They were in action on Wednesday nights against Bayern Munich. So I told most of the Chelsea friends I have around me that, look, Chelsea are gonna lose this game. They're not gonna win against Bayern. They were like, no, they're the world champions. They're gonna beat Bayern. They're gonna show Bayern. They're gonna teach Bayern some lessons and the rest of that. But at the end of the day, they failed to grind out a victory. They lost 3-1 against Bayern Munich, with Harry Kane scoring 2 goals. And the other goal coming through another Bayern player. Harry Kane basically grabbing 2 goals. Olise was fantastic in the game. He was brilliant. He was everywhere. In fact, he's my own man of the match in that particular game. Talking about Michael Olise, the former Crystal Palace man. He was brilliant. Like, he was having a good time with Marco Corella. He dealt with Marco Corella, I tell you. They won by 3-1 in that particular one, talking about the German champions. The German are big men, yeah. Away from that, Chelsea got their goal through Cole Palmer, by the way. Cole Palmer. That's the goal scorer for Chelsea. Erling Haaland got his 50th goal. Erling Haaland got his 50th goal. It's his 50th UEFA Champions League goal in just 49 matches. Can you beat that? Erling Haaland struck for Manchester City. He scored the first goal basically in 50 minutes to give Manchester City the lead against SSC Napoli before Jeremy Doku have to beat 3 Napoli defenders to hit target for Manchester City in 65th minute to get the winner. It was really brilliant for Manchester City in that particular game. They have to dig deep and defeated SSC Napoli, who were down to 10 men because captain Giovanni Lorenzo was sent off after 20 minutes. Yeah, so they lost that game 2-0 to Manchester City. Manchester City are beginning to find their mojo. They're beginning to play well now. You can remember the last game they thrashed United, and now they are on a good one again. And during the weekend, in this weekend now, talking about on Sunday, they will be up against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. They will be playing against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium in the English Premier League. So there are 2 big matches this weekend in the English Premier League. But I will talk about that, but not settling now. All right. So there's one player that tickles my fancy in this Champions League. It was Francesco Trincao. Sporting CP defeated, was it Carabao, by 4-1. So Sporting CP, the 4-1 winners in their game. And Francesco Trincao, this man was a player of FC Barcelona 2-3 seasons ago. And he scored twice and provided 1 assist. His performance was top-notch, talking about Trincao. Top-notch performance there. Like, he played so well. So Marcus Rashford is my player of this match day 1 of the Champions League. Francesco Trincao followed. Michael Olise followed. Yeah, he's the 3rd player. I'm telling you. Then, any other top performance? Harry Kane. Harry Kane is the 4th. So Marcus Rashford, Francesco Trincao, Michael Olise, and Harry Kane. Those are my top 4. Who are your top 4 players of match day 1 of this UEFA Champions League season? Leave it there at the comment section. This is Wisdom Destiny. Follow me on Instagram, on TikTok at WizzyDesGo, and on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Wisdom Destiny W9I. Wisdom Destiny W9I. Instagram and TikTok at WizzyDesGo. Yeah, WizzyDesGo is spelled WIZIDEZGO. Thank you very much.